a set of ingredients that I want to prepare some meal for us. So we have here ginger. No, this is garlic. We have garlic, and then we have ginger, and then we have our first herb, pilau masala, and then we have our tomato pastes, a sachet of tomato paste. So we are going to use this to prepare a simple evening meal. So I hope you stay and watch up to the end so that you can see how my pilau is going to turn out to be. So those are the main ingredients. I don't use a lot of spices because of my children. So let me show you how they look like. So I'm going to start by grinding the ginger and garlic together. My meat is out there boiling, and then I'm going to gradually add the other ingredients. So come along with me as I show you how to do it. So here I have my mortar and pestle, and then in here I have ginger and garlic that I'm pounding. So I want it to be a fine mixture, so that I'm going later on I'll add in my meat, and then I'm going to deep fry, and then I'll gradually add the other ingredients. So this is how it is done. What I want to prepare is called pilau, and pilau is a local delicacy for the coastarians. So here in Kenya we call them the coastarians. So these are the people from the Kenyan coast. They really love pilau. And when you go to Mombasa, if you ever visit Kenya, Pendo, move, Nini, come and sit here. Sit there. So when if ever you come visit Kenya, don't forget to enjoy pilau when you are down at the coast of Kenya, because it is a delicacy that they like so much. So Raf, you can move closer the camera so that they can see how gradually it is becoming fine. So you need a lot of energy. So you need to have like eaten properly for you to be able to do the grinding, because it is kinda tedious. And this one, it is just like, it's very little, because my focus is on my family that is made up of 3 people. So that is my main focus. Sometimes you can find that you need to prepare a lot of pilau, and therefore you'll need maybe to use a lot of garlic and ginger. Okay, so come along with me. So that is little Pendo, cheeky as always. So our boiled meat is ready. So let me move the camera up close so you can see it is steaming. So it's ready. I've just drained the extra stew, or is it called soup? So the extra stew I've drained, so it's there. And then there I have my cooking pan, or if you want the sifuria, we call it here in Kenya sifuria. So there we have our sifuria, and I have my chopped onions. So I'm going to deep fry them, and then I'll add my boiled meat, and then I'll add. So it is just an easy process. I'll add my ginger and garlic to the mixture. Then later I'll add tomato paste, the pilau masala. So guys, let's see how it goes. So I can't wait for the end meal so that I can show you how it is. So remember, I've told you that this is a local delicacy, and it is loved by the Kenyan people, and especially from the coastal region. So if you happen to visit in Kenya, please don't go back to your country without tasting pilau, and especially the Swahili pilau. So that is it. So I'm cooking or preparing pilau the way I was taught by a mother to a friend of mine. So shout out to Mama Jackie. So Jackie, you know, wherever you are, I know you watch this video. So you remember when your mom taught us how to prepare pilau? Or Rosie, she taught me. You remember those days in Narok when she came and taught us how to do it? So I'm just doing it the way she taught me how to do it best. So there I have my onions. And when you look at the amount of cooking oil that I've used, it is a lot. And that is how I was taught. So I don't know, especially if you come from Kenya or Tanzania, how do you prepare your pilau? Do you do it the same way like I am cooking, or you find it maybe kinda funny? But what I know is that different people have different ways of cooking. So this is my way. So I'm told that you have to wait until the onions are golden brown. So from what you can see is that my tomatoes are gradually turning to golden brown. And then the other thing, when it comes to the boiled meat, if you want your pilau to achieve the desired color, which is kinda brown, you know, that brownish. So if you want it to achieve the brownish color, what you need to do is to ensure that you drain all the water that is in the meat or that extra stew, so that when you bring in your boiled meat, it is going to cook until it turns golden brown. So I don't know whether you knew that trick. So I'm gradually adding my boiled meat, and I'm taking time because I told you that we need to drain all the extra water that is in the meat, so that our meat turns golden brown. So I don't know how you do prepare your pilau. I don't know whether you do the same way like myself, but remember, as I have always said, there are so many ways of cooking. So the most important thing is that you achieve the desired color. So there I have my boiled meat that I gradually added, and I'm going to wait for it to cook until the meat turns golden brown. So behind the camera, as always, I have my son who is helping me here. So Raphael, thank you. Yeah, you can go play, and then in case I need you, I'll call you back. So that is how it is. So we are going to allow the meat to cook until it becomes it becomes crunchy. Yeah, the best one that I can use is crunchy, so that when we add in our rice, it doesn't our rice becomes kind of brown, because that is the desired color. So guys, tell me, how do you prepare pilau? Or if you've never prepared pilau, would you want maybe to get the recipe? I can make a quick recipe for you in the description box. So tell me what you think about my way of preparing pilau. So let me bring my camera up close so you can see that gradually my meat is becoming crunchy. So it's becoming crunchy. So that is how it should be done. And the reason why it's becoming turning brown and becoming kind of crunchy is because I drained all the extra stew or all the water that remained when I was boiling the meat. So once you cook it this way, it will be very easy for you to get the best pilau out of it. So stick around as we add other ingredients that I have. So look at my meat. It looks yummy, like you can just like it's ready to eat. Especially with our local or our staple food that we call ugali, or if you want, cornbread. So if you can get this with cornbread, my friend, you'll eat until you will bite your finger. So there we have our mixture of garlic and ginger. So I'm going to add there and then stir. So let me just tilt my camera. Yeah, so I've added our garlic and ginger and stirred. And you should be very careful when you're using these two spices. You know, as much as they are natural spices, they are kind of bitter. So you should be very careful with the quantity that you use, because if you are not careful, and especially if you have kids like myself, they'll not enjoy the meal. So look at my meat. Wow, isn't it so yummy? Very yummy. So let me keep on. Let me get the camera almost into the cooking pot. Very yummy. So let's go on with preparing this delicacy. To add my tomato paste. So you can have a look at my tomato paste from Clover's. So I like this one because it is sugary. It has some kind of sugary and some salt in it. You know that taste that we call hot and sweet. So I'm going to add to our mixture. So I like buying in these sachets because it is economical and also there is zero wastage. Most of the time I don't like using my fridge, especially while here at the village. So instead of using the fridge every time, I always resolve on cooking what you can eat and then finish in a short time. So that is how it is, guys. So tomato paste, when you use tomato paste, you're not supposed to add in the tomatoes. So let me move my camera close. So look at how it is turning out to be. I love what I'm seeing so far. So I've added my tomato paste and I've added some little water because I do not want my paste to burn. So please, look at that. What can you say about that? Wow, it looks so yummy. So yummy. So I'm preparing a sumptuous meal, and this one will be for our dinner here with the kids. So remember, I've told you that you should be very careful on the ingredients. Like for my case, I'm just cooking for 3 people, and therefore I am using very less or little amount of ingredients because I do not want it to be so spicy because of my kids. So my kids do not like a lot of spices, and that is why I'm very careful on the quantities that I'm adding. So look at how our meal is turning out to be. Wow, how our meal is turning out to be. Remember, we've already fried our beef into the desired color. I added garlic and ginger, and then later on I added tomato paste. I have now added water, 2 cups. So I've used this cup. So let me show you the cup that I've used, this one. So I've added 2 cups of water because I want to prepare rice. Remember, pilau is made out of rice. So I want to prepare rice exactly 1 cup. I'll use this cup as for measuring the quantity of rice that I want to use. So I've added water, 4 cups using this cup. I've added that water and I'm allowing it to boil before I add in our rice. So eventually what will come out of this mixture is what we call pilau here in Kenya. So what I've not yet added, and this is the way I usually do cook my pilau. So I've not added this one, but I'm going to add it in a few minutes. So I'm going to add this. So let me bring it close to you so that you can read it. It is called Tropical Heat Pilau Masala. So this is what I'm going to use to make our masala. So I'm going to add this one and then add some salt for tasting, and then I'll add in my rice. So stay here until the end. So we are going to use that rice, basmati rice, that is locally produced here in Kitale town. So that is what I'm going to use to make our pilau. There we go. I have measured our 1 cup of rice that I'm going to use to prepare our pilau. So remember, I'm just preparing for very few people. and that is why I'm using less quantity. So I've just added in our rice. I'm going to stir for a few minutes to allow it to mix properly with all the ingredients that are here, and then I'll take the lid. I'll cover my cooking pot and give it around 30 minutes to allow it to cook just properly. So that is how the final stuff looks like after all the mixture. So the rice is already there. We will allow it to cook. So I'll cover it, and then I'm going to regulate the heat so that the rice is not burnt. Hey guys, I'm so excited. Look at how our pilau has turned out to be. So let me move the camera up close. Wow. So look at the rice. The rice that I used is of good quality, and that is why you can see the outcome is so amazing, very amazing. So look at the pieces of meat that can be seen. They are golden brown, and that is the desired color of pilau. So if you want to make pilau, ensure that when you are frying your beef or mutton or chicken, ensure that you drain all the excess water before you fry it in, in onions and oil or cooking oil, so that you can achieve that particular color. So have a look at this. So there we have our final pilau. It's ready. Looks very, very yummy. So look at the meat. I just love how it has turned out, and especially the meat. So look at the meat. So we are going to enjoy. So my little girl is there, and she's really wondering when is mom going to serve her some delicacy so that she can eat. So that is how it looks like. So my people, don't ever visit Kenya and forget to taste pilau, and especially if you go to the Kenyan coast. So mom, that one is very hot, it's going to burn you. So thank you for your time, and please, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Place the notification bell on so that in the event I upload any video, you're the first to be notified. So mom, this is very hot, very, very hot. So thank you guys, and goodbye.